Okay, sorry about the problems we're having, but we are back, at least for now. It's always been kind of a weird place when you come to the softball diamond, and once in a while you have trouble, maybe during kind of the cloudier days. Runner going and throw to second, not in time. Nice job by Westfall stealing another base for Waupun. She kind of slid towards the outside, towards center field on that one, reached back and got in there safely. So nice job by Kaylee. You don't break the record by not knowing how to kind of finish. You don't know it's always straight at it. And she went around the back side of it.
Got away from the slide. Yeah, good job there.
Okay, like I said, we're having a few troubles with our video, but is it all right now, Nate? Okay, Nate says yes. A little bobble by the catcher, and Kaylee, I'm not going to wait for that. You always got to be on your toes as a good, great base stealer, and there she is getting 2 stolen bases. She's really going to pad those things for nobody to be able to catch her for that record.
I think that she may have had that base stolen even if that ball was caught cleanly.
Kind of forced the catcher for Kewaskum to rush, and then you kind of bobble the ball. So Beistel.
They're asking what the count is here. The umpire, he's kind of he's given the signs on the wrong hands there. He's going 3 strikes and 1.
It's not 3 and 1. It's 2 and 2. The base ump says 2 and 2.
And it was he was putting them on the wrong hand, so it was kind of confusing there for everyone that was asking.
Okay, so here we go. Waupun finally getting a runner to third base for the first time in the ball game. That's hit sharply out to, nice job by the second baseman to get it. What a nice play by Maddie Sabish backing up that play. Just got past the first baseman, goes to her knees, throws to first, and saves a run from coming in for Waupun. Nice defensive play, but again, Waupun comes up empty after 3 complete. No score in the game. Back after this on RP Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, it's Dr. Randy with New.
Hi, this is Jackie with All-Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card.
Here we go. Trying to battle off the bugaboo with our video stuff, but boy, what a play by the second baseman, Maddie Sabish, getting that ball. Looked like it was going to make itself out to right field, and we're going to get a run in, but makes the play, throws to first, and ends Waupun's threat in the bottom of the half of inning number 3. So coming up to bat now for Kewaskum, Ellie Cagliari, number 3 in the batting order, followed by Brianna Krause and Maddie Sabish.
This game has been a pitcher's duel. No doubt about that. Everything we expected.
Next pitch misses outside. 2-0 the count now to Cagliari.
So while we were having internet problems, we can maybe recap. Rowan Harder grounded out to the pitcher. Hannah Beatty popped out to the first baseman, and Westfall had a good, solid hit to right field.
This is hit high in the air towards center field. Backing up is Rowan Harder, and that is out of here. A solo shot off the bat of Ellie Cagliari. That one just kept on going and cleared straight away center field. A home run for the Indians.
Did not think that was going to carry out when it was first hit.
The wind's not really going that way. It's going more towards left and towards foul a little bit. But yeah, that was they had to put a charge in the ball, got up in the stratosphere and took it right out. Impressive hit there by Cagliari.
Wind didn't really hurt that one. It probably did not assist it either. Just good old solid base hit.
First run of the ball game going to the Indians, up 1-0 here in the top of the fourth inning, and still nobody out. Cleanup batter Brianna Krause up to bat with Maddie Sabish awaiting on deck.
You have to score to win anyway. We'll see. Can't win with zeros, so upon digging a little hole, but
slow roll over to second base. Alexis Babish there and charges, throws to first in time to get the out. So one down, nobody on, and Maddie Sabish coming up to bat. She had a single, got stranded at second base back in the second inning. Of course, coach's daughter is always very well coached, and a solid play by Maddie to end that threat for Waupun in the bottom of the third inning. Herself a hit and a nice defensive play way ahead of that first pitch by Addie Braun.
Hopefully everyone's able to get back on here and figure out the system.
Comes the 0-1 pitch from Maddie. Just some heat at her, and swing and a miss puts the counter to 0-2. Okay. It's giving us some updates here. Those are stressful when you start having some video problems for everybody, including the parents and the family members that are trying to watch the game also. 0-2 the count now for Maddie Sabish, staying alive on that last pitch.
It's not like we or you do not come prepared. You have multiple routers, all the things you can use. And
that one is hit foul down the first base line. Keeps the counter at 0-2. Yeah, we tried to give ourselves the best option with a couple different routers, AT&T and a Verizon router, and Nate's Verizon on his phone.
Sometimes things work perfectly for you, and then the next week it's the same system and it doesn't work.
Yeah, we've had problems here before last year at a few games. One little hopper noise job, good quick reaction there by Addie Braun. Had to kind of reach back across her body to get that, but gets out at first base. So 2 down, nobody on, and Isabella Wallner coming up to bat. Wallner had a successful sacrifice bunt, got thrown out, but she did move the runner over to second base at that time. That's that inside pitch off, but just fouls it back for strike one.
1-0 Kewaskum if you're joining late on a solo home run.
The 0-1 pitch, that's going to be off the plate. Puts the count at 1-1. We have our radio station gathering coming up tomorrow night, so I think all three of us will be there for that. Things looking good yet?
Yeah, it looks good, but
okay, good.
A lot of people have not figured out how to get back on, I think.
Okay.
So if you're listening on the radio and trying to find it, you can go back and you might have to start over.
Here's a slow roller up the first baseline. That is picked up by Hannah Beatty. Throws over to Alexis Babish at first base to get the out. But, of course, the damage is done. That leadoff home run by Ellie Cagliari. The difference in the ball game. Waupun trailing now 1-0 after 3.5 innings. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Attention neuropathy sufferers, I've got some good news for you. Hello friends, this is Dr. Randall Blahoviak from New Medical Center. Do you have numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet? Does it feel like you are always walking around on a balled up sock? Have you stopped doing the things you love because the pain in your feet makes it impossible? If you answered yes to any of those questions, you may have neuropathy. Over 25 million Americans are currently dealing with this crippling disease, and just like you, most of them are frustrated with the lack of effective treatments that are available. Well, That ends today. At New Medical Center, we have successfully treated thousands of neuropathy patients, not only slowing or stopping the progression of this devastating condition, but in many cases reversing it. If you are tired of taking dangerous medications that only numb the senses and do nothing to treat your actual disease, it's time to see the doctors at New Medical Center, where we've designed a treatment plan to address the causes of neuropathy. Don't lose hope. Call New Medical Center at 920-324-9899 now for more information or to schedule an appointment. Or check us out on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
We are back again. If you are listening right now or watching, one of the people watching, a lot of other people know that you just can't go back to that original way on the link that we had. You have to go back to YouTube and then go back and click on again. Yeah, at that point to try to get back this game. So slowly people coming back. Steve Wooderhack along with Randy Armka, Big Nate Young, the video streamer. First batter up for Waupun, Amelia Jones. Watches strike one go by. She went down looking back in the first inning, strikeout victim to end the inning for Waupun in the first inning. Called strike in the next pitch in. Yeah, Waupun with a hit each inning so far. To the count now on Amelia. And comes in tight and a swing and a miss on that pitch. Nice 3 pitches there from Macy Sabish. Retiring Amelia Jones is batting .500 on the season, so struck her out twice in the ball game. Ryan Babish steps up now.
And Waupun's upcoming schedule, they play West Salem on Saturday, so pretty good non-conference schedule. And then Sussex Hamilton, Division I school, on Tuesday. I believe Hamilton is a Division I yet. So Saturday, West Salem at 1 o'clock, and followed by Sussex Hamilton on Tuesday.
The 0-1 pitch, called strike, puts the counter at 0-2. Yeah, that tie-in with West Salem, I'm not sure if Matt Babish's dad still coaches that softball team.
That's
over
right.
that.
Right.
The Babish sister's dad came from that area. And their grandpa is the coach of West Salem, at least was. I'm not sure if he's still the coach there or not, but they kept a nice tradition because that's a nice team to play. They're usually a pretty good program there.
That's right. Very good program.
Ryan Babish swings and misses for strike 3. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. Now Aubrey Farley, he is coming up to bat for Waupun.
Yeah, Aubrey's going to be re-entered now because I think our flex, Alexis Babish, entered into the game for her on offense to run earlier.
Yeah, when Josh did that with the changes they had in that Oconomowoc game, he said he's going to kind of go Coach Hagstrom on us on this one a little bit and use all the different things you could possibly do with the flex and the designated player out there. So, and he used them all too in the ball game. I think you had to look something up, didn't you, as you were doing the game?
Because he.
Yeah, this one is going to make its way out to center field and a 2-out single for Aubrey Farley. Puts a base runner on for Waupun. And Leah Bowalda, right fielder, steps up to the plate. She flew out to right field her last at bat.
He's going to. I think we're
going to switch him back again.
See how we're going to. What you can do, the substitutions in softball are also allowed to re-enter. So.
Yeah, so Alexis Babish, the entry, switching back and forth between your flex player and your DP.
Yeah, you can only do it basically twice. You can do it and then put them back in the game again, yes. After two times, it's done because you're basically a substitute.
Okay. So Leah Bowalda up to bat, runner at first base. Waupun's got to find a way to get somebody across home plate here, string a few hits together. That one misses for ball 1.
Yeah, any way to scrap back into this game, get it tied or find a lead?
Comes the 1-0 pitch. And called strike on the check swing by Bowalda. Count is now 1-1 to Bowalda with Carly White awaiting a deck.
Leah kind of shaking her head. She thought that pitch might have been up in the zone.
That's popped in foul territory, first base side, giving chase. And they got 3 players right there that all kind of met at the same time, but especially the first baseman and catcher on that one. And the ball lands harmlessly to the ground. So Buwalda stays alive. Pond stays alive here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Could have been a little disastrous for Kewaskum because it could have been a huge collision between those 3 players sprinting for the ball.
Yeah, they were right there and seemed to all just stop at the right time, but that kind of threw them off on trying to catch the ball. Another 1-2 pitch now for Leah Buwalda. Misses off the plate. 2-2 the count. Everybody bundled up with their blankets out there, winter hats, and looking like a nice fall day here right now. That's going to miss inside, and that makes it now a 3-2 count to Leah. Runner at first base, which represents the tying run in this ball game. And that's going to find its way out to center field, and runners now at first and second base. Nice production on another number 6 and 7 of the batting order. Back-to-back singles. And now runners at first and second base, and Carly White coming up. She struck out back in the 2nd inning.
We get an opportunity here for Carly White to use her speed, find a way to get on safely, extend this inning.
And called strike. That first pitch in. We're relying on the speed also of Alexis Babish over at second base.
Carly White had a Conmaugh game. She had a nice gapper to right center.
Yeah, she was one of the 2 heroes, number 8 and 9 of the batting order that came out on top. And we also talked to Reagan Holtz, too, in that after that game. Got that production out of the bottom of the order to decide that ball game in a 3-2 victory for Waupun. Comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to miss off the plate. Puts the count at 2-1.
Both of those hits came after a drop ball that was hit to center field.
Yeah.
If you remember that,
I remember that right there.
Right to the center fielder, dropped it, and then Waupun able to back-to-back gappers.
Called strike on that high in the zone. Count is now 2-2. 2-2 the count with 2 down, but runners at first and second. Waupun would at least like to get this game tied up. Little gap hit right now from Carly, and that's going to miss just off the plate. Nerves of steel on that one from Carly, laying off it. Count is now 3-2. Here's the big pitch for Macy Sabish. And here it comes. Oh, a swing and a miss. Kind of goes out of the zone, really, on that one. She chases, swing and a miss, and White goes down. Waupun strands a couple runners. 3 strikeouts, actually, in the inning, but back-to-back singles for Waupun to threaten, but Waupun comes up empty. And we'll be back with the top of inning number 5 right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Best Craft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's.
Okay, welcome back to Jerry Meadham Field, and we're going to the top of the 5th inning. Waupun coming up empty, stranding a couple runners in the bottom of the 4th inning. And coming up to bat, bottom 3 in the batting order, Millie Kreif. And she'll be followed by Maya Beistel and Julia Prochnow. 7, 8, and 9 in the order for the Indians. Change-up called strike. On the pitch into Kreif, no offer. I'm looking forward to, I think all three of us are going to the big gathering tomorrow, right?
That's right.
Big Nate, too, yeah. It's going to miss inside our radio station annual party, and it's always a good time. And
very good
get to
time.
see a lot of people you might only see once a year at that party. So there's a lot of people that work for the station and do some of the other remote broadcasts over in the Fond du Lac area, and you get to meet everybody.
Behind-the-scenes people and sales and production and all the things. Yeah, it's always a good time. Food is excellent. Fat Joe's.
Yeah, we'll be at Fat Joe's this time. Seem to do that about every other year. We head over to Fat Joe's and squeeze us in there. Don't be a weather. A swing and a miss. Changing that speed, and then a strikeout for Millie Kreif. So Maya Beistel coming up to bat.
Don't see too many Millies in this era.
No.
My mother was Millie.
Sometimes people go back to the old classic names. That's a good one. I like that one.
My mother would have been 97 if she was still alive, and that was Mildred.
Yeah.
Often affectionately known as Millie.
Yeah, bunts that one foul on the third base line with the bat of Beistel. Well, I know where you got your competitiveness from. Because Millie was a fiery fan. And
even playing cards or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bounces across the plate. I think our moms might have played.
They did play
softball together. My mom was
did.
the same thing. She was a very, very fiery and excitable competitor. That's where I think we got a lot of our athleticism from with the people in our family.
I think my mother was near the end of her softball career when your mother was just a young 20-something.
Yeah.
My mother was quite a bit older.
Yeah, it used to be quite the thing. Go down and watch the fast pitch down at the Diamonds, watch the ladies play, called strike on the next pitch into Beistel.
Monday night women's softball at McCune Beach there'd be 500 people there, 600 people there. That was amazing.
It was a big deal. It used to be a big thing to go to McCune Beach and watch all the leagues down there. Yeah, men's fast pitch. That one's popped in the air over to second base, and coming in and getting it is Alexis Babish. So that puts 2 outs on the board, and number 9 in the batting order, Julia Prochnow, who struck out back in the third inning, steps to the plate for the Indians. Yeah, that was quite the thing. I remember as kids, our parents would bring us down there. I know my dad played a few years, too, for softball leagues over there, and you watched a lot of really good athletes out there. It was fun to watch. That was some pretty top-level softball.
I played there for about 20 years probably, or 22 years.
It's fouled on the third base line off the left-handed batter's bat. Remember, they used to bring the prison bus over, too. They'd have the inmates come in. They had a prison team that come in that bus that they had.
I don't think I ever did. I never did that. They were never involved when I was there, I don't believe.
Some early memories of heading down to the Diamonds. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be high and tight. Just turning away and getting out of there is Prochnow.
We used to go inside the walls and play softball. I did that at Fox Lake and bring teams in. They had to go to the limited flight softballs because they would go over the fence and they couldn't go get them.
Comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Prochnow on the next pitch in.
Reminded you of Sandlot. Hit a home run. Yeah. Oh, you dummy. You hit it out. Now what are we going to do? It's the only ball we had.
Yeah, you got the big dog on the other side of the fence. What was the dog's name?
The Beast.
The Beast. Yeah. What a classic. Now that one just missing. Stays a little outside. Don't plate umpire motions. 2-2 the count now to Prochnow. See if Waupun can get a nice little 1-2-3 inning. We've done it once before back in the first inning. Comes the 2-2 pitch. Ooh. That one is inside, just getting in out of the way. Stumbling out of there is Prochnow.
By rule now, all batting helmets must have the cage on the front for softball. That's a great idea.
Yeah, especially from that close.
Hate to see any of these lovely young ladies get hit.
Yeah, just kind of poked over in foul territory down the left field line. Keeps the count at 3-2. Prochnow stays alive. Top of the order, Lauren Rettler awaiting on deck. Nice battle from number 9 in the batting order.
Face protection on defense is optional. As a hitter, it is not.
Fouls another one off across the street. Count remains at 3-2. Nobody on base, 2 down. Top of the 5th inning and a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Indians. Your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. The 3-2 pitch for Addie Braun. And that one's going to get poked up the middle. Nice battle there by Julia Prock. Now ends up with a base hit at the end of it. And that'll bring the top of the order up with Lauren Redler. She's lined out. She's also got on with an error.
Bit of a seeing eye hit right there. Just slow bat speed, stuck it out.
Yeah, just past Braun and out to center field.
Babish couldn't quite reach it, and Braun could not quite reach it.
Pretty hefty cut, but late on that swing. Out of play over on the left field side. Makes the count 0-1 now to Lauren Redler.
Buzz and Linda Nickel collecting softballs over there in the front yard.
Yeah, they've had that front row seat over there for years, and their daughter Amanda, who played softball, was a left-handed catcher for Waupun back in the day when she played in the early 2000s. Oh, to the count now to Redler. Stays alive, fouls that one off. Nice job by the Kewaskum hitters, extending their at-bats, if nothing else, up there and making Addie work a little harder for the outs.
That was a defensive swing, just trying to stay alive and get another pitch.
And a called strike on the changeup. Freezes her on that one, and she goes down looking. And Waupun shuts the door on Kewaskum. 1 base hit in there and a 1 stranded runner, but nobody scores. And after 4.5, we have a 1-0 ball game in favor of Kewaskum. Back with Waupun's half of inning number 5 right after this on RP Sports.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of inning number 5. Waupun will bring number 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. Starting with Rowan Harder, followed by Hannah Beatty and Kaylee Westfall. Waupun has got to get something going. This would be a great place to do it right now. Rowan, a pretty good hitter, can set up the top of the order coming up on deck. So Waupun can get those bats going like they did in the 5th inning in that game against Ripon a couple of days ago.
Waupun has out-hit Kewaskum 6-3 in this game, but the one big blast on the home run.
No offer from Harder on that one. Called strike 1. Rowan grounded out back to the pitcher back in the 3rd inning. Yeah, tries to kind of poke one out there and bunt her way on, but that fouls back to make the count 0-2. How lucky are we to be able to see Rowan these last years on the basketball court and all the great years, and just seeing her develop as a player and as a person you could talk to in an interview. It's been fun watching her grow up over these last years. That one bounces across home plate. Yeah, Rowan was the probably the most scared person to get interviewed. With her face was beat red, and turned out to be these last, especially this last year, really a great interview after games.
Always a quiet leader on the team she played on, and became a little bit more of a vocal leader.
This one's going to miss inside. Just gets out of the way of that one. Count is now 2-2 to Rowan. Leading things off here in the bottom half of inning number 5.
This would be a great opportunity to get things started right here.
Oh, chases one outside and starts out with a strikeout. So one down, and that brings the top of the order up Hannah Beatty coming up. She struck out, and she has flown out in the infield so far in the ball game. Hannah's got a great season going, batting average-wise, batting a .438 going into this game. Like I said, she's deceptively fast. She's pretty fast.
Yeah. She's got a little power, too. Hannah could tie this game in one swing of the bat.
Yeah, I think numerous players coming up that have gone yard. I didn't see in the stats for Kewaskum anybody except for that might have been their first home run of the season because they were listed as having no home runs and they had everything else on there with the doubles and things like that, but that may have been their first home run of the season. And it shows bunt, brings the bat back. Ball misses high for ball 1. Yeah, Kewaskum, of course, with the nice new facilities over there for baseball and softball. A really nice place to play.
Very, yeah. Sometimes facilities help teams get better.
I remember I used to play in that park there, and that was kind of a ratty old field that they had over there, and that was definitely a huge upgrade.
Artificial turf for the softball as well. Beautiful facility.
Comes the 1-2 pitch, and Sabish blows one by her off the outside part of the plate, but Beatty goes down. 2 strikeouts, and right now Macy Sabish in a groove, retiring the first 2 batters, and now she has to face Kaylee Westfall, and there's a batter definitely can change this game and tie it up in a hurry.
Those pitchers have been called strikes all game, and sometimes hitters with 2 strikes on them feel like they have to protect out there. It's almost unreachable.
Kaylee has grounded out and had a single, got stranded over at third base so far in the ball game. Yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm Steve Witterhack. Randy Arm got him back in the booth. Had a night off from his umpiring. How many games do you guess you do maybe in the high school season? And this is hitting the air out towards right field, and Julia Prochnow just has to stand where she's at and haul it in. 1-2-3 inning. We'll get that answer from Randy coming up next inning. 2 strikeouts, 1 flyout. Nobody scores, and Waupun trailing 1-0 after 5 complete here, and we'll be back with the top of the 6th right after this on RP Sports.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
It's time to take control of your soil management. Turn to the Great Plains TerraMax, a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of fall and spring field conditions. Create the ideal seedbed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one tool. Tillage is now on your terms with TerraMax. Visit Waupun Equipment Company today to learn more about hybrid tillage from Great Plains. TerraMax, for tillage on your terms.
Okay, we are back at Jerry Meadham Field. Steve and Randy with you. Big Nate Young doing the video streaming. Nice save there by Nate when things were all going bad, and Nate saved it, and hopefully our viewership has went up a little bit as people, because you kind of got to let people know that you got to, if you know anybody else that normally watches it or you might have heard from them that they lost it, you just need to go back to YouTube and then get back on that way again. So we have 5 complete, and coming up number 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order now for Kewaskum with Macy Sabish coming up first. She struck out a couple times in the ball game. Watch a strike 1 go by, no offer.
Little sinker right there down at the knees.
Ellie Cagliari is waiting on deck. She's the one that had that solo shot, the only run scored in the ball game. Swing and a miss by Sabish. Quickly down to the count, 0-2.
This is a substitute right now, number 23. Not sure who that is.
Oh, that's
in for Sabish, yes.
Leah Dahm is at the plate right now, and she pokes it out towards right field between first and second base. So a good switch there. They bring a new batter in because Macy Sabish had struck out a couple times, so they bring in Leah Dahm, who's a freshman, and had a couple strikes on her and just pokes one between first and second base for a leadoff base hit for Kewaskum.
Shortstop Ellie Cagliari.
Freshman looks like a pretty strong freshman class.
Coach takes his own daughter out, brings in a sub, and gets a hit.
Just sit here and rest and get ready to pitch in the bottom of the sixth, so she told her. A chop swing, but foul over on the third base side with Ellie Cagliari up to bat. Definitely some freshmen getting some major time out there, including his daughter, Maddie, had that nice play at second base. She's just a freshman. This one's going to miss high and away. Nice job getting out of the crouch there for Westfall to grab it. That runner at first base. One the count now to Cagliari. Brianna Krause waiting on deck. Who takes some off from that one, a swing and a miss.
Yeah, you have about a tenth of a second to load your swing up, and then when that one comes, you got about a half a second, and it's pretty hard to change your swing, especially when you're able to hide it as well as Braun does.
This is popped in the infield back behind home plate, and that one's going to kind of got blown over, I'm sure, because it looked like it was going to start by the backstop, and all of a sudden it blew more toward up the line, and giving a little stab at it was Westfall, but couldn't haul it in. Count was 1-2 to Cagliari.
Kaylee not able to clear the mass there. I don't know if she found it right away. Made it a little more difficult to find the ball.
This one's going to squirt away from Westfall back to the backstop, and heading over to second base is Ellie Cagliari. All right, I should say the runner that I brought out with Leah Dahm. So runner at second base, threatening are the Indians here. Nobody out. A 2-2 count now to Cagliari. It's a big cut, and that almost hit the on-deck batter.
Almost. He's still shaking over there. Wow. Right past her helmet.
Yeah, you're pretty close. Not much chance. It's not like baseball. You got a little more room there. That's pretty close. Not much reaction time to it comes like a rocket at you. Change of speed on that one. Way ahead of it, but pulling it foul is Cagliari. Staying alive here. 2-2 count. Again, like I said, as a team, Indians making Addie work for a lot of these outs, especially these last couple innings.
Yeah, long at bats. A lot of pitches thrown. A lot of fouled off balls.
Takes a big cut on that one, but rises out of there above the bat, and a strikeout. That'll put one out on the board, but still had runner standing over at second base, and that'll bring up Brianna Krause, who struck out and grounded out so far in the game. I believe that is 8 strikeouts in the game now for Addie Braun. Pitch is going to miss high and outside for ball one.
I believe Sabish has 8 strikeouts as well, so both pitchers battling here. Obviously a 1-0 game.
Yeah, makes a pitching duel here at Waupun. This is a little slow ground ball over to White. Kind of looks the runner back at the second. She's going to go anyway, and the throw is on the money over at third base, and they get the double play. Nice job. Good throw by Beatty over there to third base to get the out, and Waupun escapes the threat of the Indians in the top of inning number 6. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th coming your way in just a minute on RP Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Don't chance it and find yourself asking, where's the heat? Get on our furnace maintenance plan now to prevent a furnace malfunction or a heating headache. Need a brand new American Standard furnace? We do that too. Call 920-763-2301, allphasecomforts.com.
Okay, we are back to bring you the bottom half of inning number 6. Waupun right now might not be a bad place for Waupun to get things going with Addie Braun step into the plate, Amelia Jones on deck, and Ryan Babish in the hole for Waupun to get things going here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Macy Sabish again pitching a gem here, but the first pitch is a slow roller to second base, throw to first. He is not in time. Long way to go towards second base on that play by Maddie Sabish. Had to backhand it, then a throw it over to first, and good job by Braun to hustle it up the line and get herself safe from beating it out for an infield hit.
I think we're going to see a courtesy runner now.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 4.
Well, it's Reagan Holtz coming out. I'm glad in their little warm-ups they have there, the covers have the numbers on the back of those too, because not all teams have that. So that's kind of nice that we know Reagan is over there.
Good speed now at first base.
See your grandma once in a while over at the Waupun Community Center out there working out in the workout area at the community center. There's one over towards right field. It's going to be a rough. It's going to get past to the right fielder. Get past, and that's going to get the Reagan over to third base. Nice job. Nice hop over the right fielder's glove, Julia Prochnow, and out past her, and that allows runners to get to second and third base. But a base hit there by Amelia Jones going opposite field.
You could see that ball was going to be trouble right off the bat. And with that wind blowing, it kind of knocked that ball down, and the right fielder she didn't have a great jump on it.
Right, a ton of spin on that thing, too, that just popped right over her glove and got past her.
We have a charge conference right here by Kewaskum.
Waupun can't ask for any more. A couple of base hits to start things out here in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 1-0, and now you got Ryan Babish coming up with Aubrey Farley awaiting on deck, and nobody out. Big chance here for Waupun to maybe not just tie it, but maybe take the lead in this ball game.
Very good softball going on here this afternoon. Two amazing pictures, and quality defense by both teams. Boy.
Yeah, people making plays, that's for sure.
Time to clutch one up now for Babish.
Single so far and has been struck out. This is popped in the air, and luckily for Waupun, it was dropped by the first baseman who was coming in. So Waupun dodges the bullet. See if Ryan can make the most of this one and bring some of her teammates in now.
That was Hannah Gabinski that had it in her glove and not able to hold on. Yeah, you got to try and get that ball down, whatever you do. Productive out.
Offers on the next one, but fouls it down, and now she's going to have to swing away up there. Kind of looking back at the coach with her hands out, and all I can do is call it. You got to follow through on that, but
yeah, maybe it'll work out in Waupun's favor. Sometimes that happens. Try to get one down.
I think she can do it. Ryan's going to do it right here.
Come out and smoke one.
That's going to miss off the plate to Ryan. Puts a count now at 1-2 of those runners at second and third. Nobody out. Waupun trailing 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Big moment of the ball game right now for Waupun. And a swing and a miss. Babish goes down swinging. So now one down. Still two very good hitters coming up. Yet you got Aubrey Farley coming to the plate right now for Waupun. Farley batting .368 this evening. Actually, Alexis Babish is coming up to bat. for Waupun. So Babish, after her sister Ryan, we got Alexis coming up to bat.
Speed maybe on the, trying to see what they can do here. See if she can put down that scoring.
First pitch right on the inside part of the plate, no offer. Alexis batting .333 on the season.
Taken all away on that pitch, it appeared.
Big opportunity here for Waupun. Runners at second and third. Now one down on the board, but still big opportunity. At least tie this game up, if not take the lead. Bunt over towards first base. They're going to throw to first, and runner's not going to advance. They get the out at first, puts 2 outs on the board, and runners stay at second and third. Nice job by the first baseman, kind of looking the runner back that was halfway up the line with Holtz, and then they throw to first on a rope, and it was just not there for the runner to score.
Yeah, good job. Some teams would just concede that out and let the person go to first, but quality play there.
Yeah, good teams they'll make the play, and
you bet
they did everything textbook on it. So that'll bring up Leah Bowalda, who hits it out to right field, and that is hauled in by the right fielder Julia Prock. Now Waupun comes up empty after getting 2 leadoff hits, a leadoff hit and then 2 singles right in a row that put runners at second and third. Nobody out. A fly out, a ground out, then a strikeout in that inning, and Waupun comes up empty. Disappointing result there for Waupun. We're going to be back in 30 seconds with the top half of inning number 7 on RP Sports.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Okay, here we go. A disappointing result for Waupun in the bottom of the 6th. They find themselves down. You thought at least they're going to tie the game up with runners at second and third and nobody out. But Waupun tried to bunt that run in and backfires on them, and they come up empty.
Yeah, you're just hoping for anything elevated out into the outfield. Chance to tag up and score.
Addie Sabish off the end of her bat, kind of a slow one over to shortstop. Picked up by Carly White, throws the strike to Hannah Beatty at first base to get the out. Ouch. 1-0 in favor of Kewaskum. Top of the 7th inning. 1 down, Isabella Wallner coming up. She's grounded out. And also had a sack bunt back in the 2nd inning.
Looks like the JV game is finished. I can't tell by the faces of the Waupun players if they won or lost. They don't have any expression.
Oh, that one's going to get under the glove of Addie Braun, right underneath this quick little ball right back at her. And a 1-out single off the bat of Isabella Wallner. See any of the parents? Usually you can tell by the parents' face. Usually the frowns last longer on a parent's face than they do on a player's face.
Looks like we're going to have a substitution here from Kewaskum, or maybe as a runner.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna kind of try to keep on bringing you games. I know next Thursday we have the next game for Waupun, and in that game I'm actually going to bring in a guest color commentator for the game coming up next week. I've got
a veteran alumni.
Yvette Novice is coming back, and she's going to ask if she could come up here and at least say hi to me. And they said, why don't we just put you on? And you obviously know the game inside and out. Your dad's the head coach. And so we're going to have Yvette sitting up here coming up next week, Thursday.
She can sing the national anthem as long as she's here.
Too.
Yeah,
she may as well.
Why not? Very talented young lady. That was number 7 that went into
7. Elsa Rettler will be over there. Must be Lauren's cousin or sister, one of the two. Elsa is a sophomore, getting her first action here of the night. Millie Kreif up to bat now, and a called strike on the first pitch. No, it's not Millie. We got another batter up too with number 48, Hannah Galazinski is up to bat. Getting her first at bat of the ball game.
So she was the flex player. She's in for the DP right now.
Stays off from that one. Puts the count now at 1-1. So again, Hannah Galazinski up to bat.
Yeah.
Junior in the lineup for the Indians.
Yeah, she was playing first base the entire game.
It's going to miss inside. A couple of Hannahs playing first base here tonight. 2-1 the count now to Hannah. That runner at first base, just a 1-0 deficit for Waupun. Ooh, a nasty changeup there. Always got to make you smile every time that happens, even more than those strike three rise balls. And she's had a lot of success with that pitch in the ballgame. Got a lot of swings and misses on that changeup. 2-2 pitch. It's popped in the air right back in the glove of Addie Braun. Keeps the runner at first base. It is now 2 down. And Maya Beistel coming up to the plate.
Waupun still leading the game in hits, even though they're down 1-0.
Waupun will start with number 8, 9, and then 1 in the batting order. Be the first 3 batters for Waupun coming up this next inning. See if coach sticks with his batters or puts anybody else in for Waupun. Called strike on the first pitch into Beistel. That runner at first, but the most important thing is that run on the board. Solo shot in the 4th inning off the bat of Ellie Cagliari. The difference in this ball game.
Braun got a high call right there. Up in the zone, called strike.
0-2 the count now on Beistel. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss. Makes it a 1-2 count. Yeah, you can tell these are mostly some experienced people here watching the game. Not a lot of cars parked along that right field side. There are a few. That other game against Oconomowoc, must have been a lot of Oconomowoc cars all parked there. Next pitch is going to miss low and inside. 2-2 the count.
I always see that even if I'm umpiring here. People pull up late. Look, honey, I get in the front row.
It's my day. Rockstar parking.
I've seen more broken windshields because of that.
Comes the 2-2 pitch. And a nice pitch there by Addie. Took care of business after giving up that single. Got her nice strikeout on that one, and Waupun heads into the bottom of the 7th, trailing 1-0. Should be a great inning. Let's see if Waupun can get it done after this on RP Sports.
Hello, fellow allergy sufferers. Well, here we are at the heart of ragweed, hay fever, and mold season. If you're like me, you dread this time of year. Itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing, nasal sprays, antihistamines, and allergy pills. And in the end, none of it makes your allergies any better. That used to be me, but I took control of my allergies, and you can too. I went to New Medical Center in Waupun. They tested me to find out exactly what was causing my allergies and formulated a personalized serum for me to treat my specific allergies. Best thing is, they got me in right away. I didn't have to wait for months for an appointment. Now here I am, able to work my fields, cut the grass, rake leaves, and anything else I want to do outside without having to worry about a constant headache, runny nose, and feeling miserable. Call the folks at New Medical Center. They help me, and I'm sure they can help you.
Call New Medical Center now at 324-9899 or visit them on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 324-9899. What are you waiting for?
Okay, we are back at Jerry Meadema Field. It's all in Waupun's hands right now. They got to take care of business. They've got some experienced players coming up to bat. Number 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order, starting with Carly White, followed by Rowan Harder and Hannah Beatty. It will be batting on the schedule this inning. So see if they can get it done, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom half of inning number 7. And still, of course, their star pitcher, Macy Sabish, still in the pitcher's circle for the Indians.
Yeah, she's got it going on today. There's not going to be that multiple pitcher option for Kewaskum using 2 or 3 different pitchers. They're going to stick with her, and she's been good today.
Carly has struck out a couple times in the ballgame. First pitch, a swing and a miss, definitely behind that one.
Pulled off it a little bit as well. And stepped out. Unhittable pitch.
Next pitch from Sabish. It's going to miss high and away. Puts the count at 1-1.
This be the perfect spot here. Carly White, good speed if she can get on base.
Well, they're playing about 10, 15, 20 feet up the line towards home plate. 2-1 the count now for White. Carly can get things going for Waupun, just trying to at least get that one run. And that one is knocked down by the pitcher. Sabish gathers herself, picks it up, throws to first to get the out. So at least some contact there from White on that one, but a ground out back to the pitcher. One out, nobody on. Rowan Harder comes up now for Waupun. Here's a player that got retired the first two at-bats when she played against Ripon and came back and got hits the next two at-bats to help Waupun. She had a 2-for-4 night. See if she can get one of those hits right now for Waupun. He's going to miss high and away for ball one.
Yeah. Rowan grounded out to the pitcher and then the strikeout, swinging strike.
This pitch is going to miss low. Now 2-0 count to Rowan. Let's see if she can get things going right now. 2-0 the count.
There might be a take a strike red stop sign up right now before you start swinging.
That's a called strike, and no even twitch there by Rowan. 2-1 the count. I believe Sabish has only had one walk in the ball game. It's a 2-1 pitch. That is a called strike.
Ouch.
It was more like the ones we saw getting called in that first inning that were well off the plate.
Well off and up. That's way above the catcher's head when she's catching it. I mean, that's a tough call right there. Puts you pressure on you now as a hitter to chase balls.
Yeah, what do you do? 2-2 pitch. Good job by Rowan. Follows that one back to stay alive. Two the count now for Rowan Harder. Waupun needs some way to find that at least one run, if nothing else, here in the seventh inning. One down, nobody on. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That is strike three. Rowan Harder goes down swinging. And that'll bring top of the order up. Hannah Beatty up to the plate now for Waupun. I think any one of these batters coming up could take a ball out of the park and tie this thing up. And so they can get it going right now. Top of the order for Waupun with two down, trailing 1-0.
Yeah, anyway, walk, hit, get on base. Beatty with good speed can maybe swipe a base.
Yeah, we definitely want to see Kaylee get up to bat here this inning. That would really add some drama. Called strike in the first pitch in to Hannah.
Give us memories of last year on the tournament run. Waupun winning games late with 2 outs several times.
0-2 the count on the last pitch in. Now Beatty 1 strike away. See if she can get one. Just get something in play somewhere to get herself on base and get Kaylee up to bat.
Hannah with the pink ribbon, pink shoelaces.
And strike 3, and Waupun goes down quietly. 2 strikeouts for Macy Sabish. And nobody even reaches, and Waupun loses a disappointing game here at home, 1-0 to Kewaskum, which stays undefeated, 5-0 now in the East Central Conference. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a few numbers for you in just a few minutes, right after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, built better for future generations.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Burhags.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Okay, we are back. Disappointing loss for the Waupun Warriors, losing to their conference foe, Kewaskum. It was a big conference game, as Waupun would love to give Kewaskum their first loss in the conference, but they lose 1-0 after some very masterful pitching by Macy Sabish. She gave up some hits. So, during the game, we had a lot of base runners early in the ball game, but we go back to that inning where we got runners at second and third base back in the sixth inning, and Waupun, the next few batters, a strikeout, a ground out, and they did a great job covering that bunt, trying to bunt that run in, and then that line out to right field, and Waupun comes up empty and lose 1-0.
Yeah, they needed the line out to right field with
earlier.
Less than 2 outs. That's they get that opportunity to tie the game. But yeah, Waupun actually had 8 hits in that game to 5 for Kewaskum, so they out-hit them, but the one big blast there in that fourth inning was all that mattered. Yeah, you're right. Sabish with 11 strikeouts in the game did a nice job. Yeah,
I thought I'd give her a lot of credit. She did well, and Waupun not taking advantage of especially the one opportunity. They did have a runner at third base with Westfall back in the third inning, but runners at second and third, and you don't score. That one's the one that's going to stick in their mind and coach's mind for a while after that.
Yeah, Braun had 8 strikeouts herself in the game. We kind of anticipated this was going to be a low-scoring pitcher's battle, and it turned out to be so. And only the one hit, the long home run by Cagliari to make the difference in this game, 1-0.
Addie Braun had herself a couple hits in the ball game with a single and a double in the game. But again, a great pitching duel, 2 very good pitchers battling it out here in the East Central Conference, and a disappointing 1-0 loss for Waupun at home. So not much you can do about that except for get past it, move on, and see if you can you get another chance at them later on in the season, see if you can get a win against them at their place.
Yeah, Waupun with a couple of non-conference games coming up. West Salem Saturday at 1 o'clock and Sussex Hamilton on Tuesday. And Kewaskum, they have Ripon at home on Tuesday, and they are away at Berlin, I think, on Thursday next week. So they have conference games. Waupun does not.
Waupun has a conference game a week from tonight, though. That's the one where I'll have Yvette Navas is going to come in and do a little color commentary for me, and they're taking on Kettle Moraine Lutheran. So that's going to be a good ball game, a good test for Waupun coming up next week, Thursday. That'll be their next conference game. So, again, thanks for joining us tonight. Disappointing loss for Waupun. This one's going to sting a little bit, but they'll be all right. They're a pretty good team with a lot of talent, and they'll be just fine. So, Waupun loses 1-0. The difference in the ball game is that solo shot off the bat of Ellie Cagliari in the fourth inning. And Waupun comes up empty, 1-0 loss for Waupun. Thanks for joining us. Randy, thanks for joining me here tonight. I know we're going to get you off and on throughout the season. Nate, great job again getting us back on when we had a little technical problems there. But I'm Steve Witterhack saying so long from Jerry Meadham Field. Again, Waupun losing 1-0 to Kewaskum. This has been Waupun Lady Warriors Softball on Radio Plus Sports.
Our good buddy Steve with us here at the Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Steve, business as usual this week. The crew back at home, right? Talk about that for us. Watch Brewer games down here.
Yeah, maybe they don't blow any more late inning games here, but sports on. 7 TVs in here to watch at all times. All kinds of great stuff on. Great cold tap beer. Getting warmer. The beer is getting colder. Good time to be. And then right now all of our tap lines are starting to switch over to more summer stuff, so we'll see some fruit beers on now, some sours. It's a little different than the vibe that's been over the winter, so come check that out too.
And the Bucks, of course, playoff bound, and they begin coming up this week too.
Absolutely. We've got the Bucks playing, finish out their season here. Hopefully this continues on for a little while longer. Have some specials going on during the games, I'm sure, too, down here. Come on down and have some appetizers and watch the Bucks win.
Closed Easter Sunday to enjoy with your staff, friends, and family, right?
Yep. Closed on Sunday. Give the staff a day off so they can go have some brunches elsewhere. And then, obviously, we had a great fish fry on Friday night here and all day Friday. So come down and check that out for Good Friday.
Have a great week, Steve. Thank you.
You too. Thanks, Nick. Happy Easter, everybody.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
How do you make everyone's favorite even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights, only at Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.